Hello everyone, I am Mohamed MSAYER, a PhD student at Mohamedia, specifically in the Computer Science, Artificial Intelligence and Cybersecurity Research Lab. Today, I had the pleasure of presenting my research title, Artificial Intelligence and Computerized Adaptive Testing, to assess the cognitive performance of students as systematic review. This study, supervised by Professor Es-Saâdia AOULA and Bouchra BOUIHI. The outline of a presentation starts by a background of adaptive assessment, computerized adaptive testing, research objective and methodology, overview of IE approach used in computerized adaptive testing, result and analysis, and at least a recommendation and the future prospect. Background. Classical or adaptive assessment is common to solving the problem of how can student skills be measured accurately and effectively. The assessment traditionally used a standard of approach in which all learning are assessed in the same way. In this context, a test is composed of a predefined number of questions of varying difficulty. The time taken for the assessment is fixed and predetermined, and the mark obtained is used as a measure of the learning ability. However, the examination format has many limitations that pose problems for precision in the estimation of the learning level of competence. Adaptive assessment is common to solving this problem, also known as computerized adaptive testing. This approach provides short, more accurate, and equitable tests that traditional assessment adaptive testing can dynamically select questions that correspond to the test taker estimated ability level, leading to a more efficient and personalized assessment experience. The need for adaptive assessment. Adaptive assessment provides a response to different needs of teacher and student in the field of education. For teacher, it provides a solution to the challenge of multiple learner proficiency in different level of prior knowledge by identifying learning individual knowledge and automating assessment. Teacher can tailor evaluation, provide target feedback, and save time. For student, adaptive assessment reduce frustration and boredom by adapting the difficulty of question to their skills level. It provides real-time feedback, highlighting strength and weak area for improvement, enhancing engagement and learning outcome for all concerned. Computerized adaptive testing is a form of assessment that uses artificial intelligence to provide connective diagnostic of learning in order to situate them in their learning process and offer them personalized support. The idea behind adaptive testing is to create an individual and equitable test that work best for each learner. The CAT system is split in two main components that take turn at each test step. The cognitive assistant, the cognitive diagnostic model as the user model first use the student previous response to estimate their current proficiency based on cognitive science or psychometry. Then the selection algorithm pick the next question from the bank according to certain criteria. The two-step process repeat until a predefined or stopping rule is met. In the final estimated proficiency, for example, diagnostic report or of individual student will be feedback to themselves as the outcome of the assessment. Concept, conception and development of CAD. The process the processes of implementation computerized adaptive testing involve several key steps. The first step is feasibility study and applicability assessment, ensuring the availability of necessary resources, including assessment expert item development capability. The second step is developing a bank of questions, creating a comprehensive item bank with valid reliability item covering the full range of skills to be assisted. The third step, analysis of result using item response theory, verifying arid hypothesis, analyzing psychometry property of item, assess demonstrability of data, and the fourth and last step is platform and algorithm implementation. Utilize main algorithms such as item selection, ability estimation, and termination criteria in the CAT platform to conduct adaptive testing effectively. Architecture of computerized adaptive testing are composed of five key companions. A bank of items developed as a test contain, for example, math item for a math exam, procedure for selection item, a method for estimation proficiency in the termination concept. The core concept of computerized adaptive testing is that the test question should correspond as closely as possible to the learning skills level. After each response, the ability estimate is updated and the next item is chosen according to the new characteristic of the most recent estimate. Objective of the systematic review. Our research problem is as a follow. What are the application of artificial intelligence in computerized adaptive testing for the cognitive assessment of students? Around this problem, we will focus on the following research objective. Identify the main study on artificial intelligence based adaptive testing for cognitive assessment over the last decade, 2010-2023, using a systematic review analyzing the impact of IE method on computerized adaptive testing, assess the challenge and the opportunity related to IE based on computerized adaptive testing model, provide recommendation for the design and implementation of computerized adaptive testing. A systematic review methodology. The research method used in this study is a systematic review based on the PRISMA statement. We obtained a total of 251 articles from various academic data sources. Scopus, Science Direct, ITRA, 3E, Explorer, additional database including Google Scholar and Spring. By applying the inclusion and exclusion criteria mentioned in the table, we reduce our initial selection to 103rd article, a preliminary analysis of title and abstract together with the elimination of duplicate result in the selection of 39 relevant articles considered to answer the research question. Application of IA in computerized adaptive testing. In the field of computerized adaptive testing, the application of IE has shown great promise, particularly in three key areas. Automatic item generation by create items similar to those found in other tests using natural language processing, promising method use deep neural network and natural language processing. For example, a semi-automatic method has been presented for generating grammar item. Second application is estimation of learning knowledge based on item response theory and use deep learning extensions such as deep area knowledge tracing model, such as Bayesian tracing and deep knowledge tracing following the evaluation of learning skills. Neural network-based model improve the prediction of learning performance by incorporating dynamic information about their learning ability. The last application is item selection. Select the most optimal item according to the learner ability level will also taken into account other design features. For example, item exposure and item bank uses. Our research will focus on examining artificial intelligence driven item selection model in the context of computerized adaptive testing. Overview of IA approach used in computerized adaptive testing. Table present a summary of adaptive testing model based on artificial intelligence and the algorithm used for adaptation. This article demonstrates important advance in the application of artificial intelligence in highlighting the variety of approaches used to improve the efficiency, accuracy, and validity of education assessment. They also demonstrate the evolution of methodology moving from traditional method to the most advanced approach based on deep learning, reinforcement learning, neural network, genetic algorithm, decision tree, and other techniques of artificial intelligence. Computerized adaptive testing model. The table compares different algorithm approach using the computerized adaptive testing for selection item. The choice of the optimal selection algorithm depend on several factors such as the availability of data, the complexity of the relationship to be modeled, and the computational capacity available. Reinforcement learning and graphic neural network are powerful but require a lot of data. Feed-forward neural network are efficient but may lack precision. Long short-term memory network are adapted to sequential data but are more complex. Bayesian network and ERIT are good for basic relationship. Challenge of computerized adaptive testing. From all the article reviewed, we can conclude that research on computerized adaptive testing aim to achieve three main objectives: to maximize the precision of assessment by improving the accuracy of assessment, and to improve the diversity of questions asked, and to ensure the security of tests by reducing the number of questions presented to the learner. Limitation of computerized adaptive testing. CAT face several limitations, including model complexity, contextual consideration, and data validation. Model complexity pose a problem such as high computational requirement, which prevent real-world application, and difficulty in model interpretation, which limit transparency and improvement. In addition, contextual limitation include the delicate balance between the test accuracy and security, as reducing question for security reason can impact on accuracy. It is also difficult to ensure the generalizability of CAT method to diverse population and assessment context. In addition, data limitation include the need for large dataset and empirical validation, make the practical effectiveness of CAT technique more difficult. A recommendation and future of computerized adaptive testing. We should focus in adaptive and personalized assessment by creation of assessment that are adaptive to learning need, helping to focus instruction and improve student results. Reducing test time by implementation of short, more effective tests to reduce student frustration and reduce the time taken to provide feedback. Make a fair and inclusive assessment by the use of contextualized and validated tests to guarantee fairness and promoting fair assessment practice. Enhanced education decision making by the use the precious finding from adaptive testing data to guide pedagogic strategic and promote student performance. Thank you for your attention.